today I'm going to be showing you what I got in my Boxycharm box. So this is actually the very first subscription box of any kind that I have ever tried. I've always just like been a little wary of subscription boxes and things like that, just because I feel like there's some that are like $10, some that are $20. I think this one's $21, but I did like the where you prepay for like a few months. I think it ends up being about $19 and change for like each box. So I decided to go with Boxycharm just because I have seen a million and one videos of all these like makeup subscription boxes, and Boxycharm just always seemed to be like consistently the best one. You get full-size products, and I'm always like terrified of like getting a subscription box that ends up just being like samples for 10 bucks for things that you could like, I don't know, essentially get for free from like Sephora or Ulta or, you know, makeup counters or things like that. So that's why I decided to go with Boxycharm, and I think you get a palette like with every box. I'm not completely positive on that one, but this is my very first month, and I'm gonna be getting the April and the May box, and then after I get those I'll decide, do I want to keep the subscription or do I want to say no to it? So I will share with you guys what I got in my box, and I will try on and use some of the products and kind of let you know my thoughts on them. So I believe the full value of this box was like $115 and like 15 cents or something. So there's this little card that tells you like everything that you get in your box, and the theme of this one was vacation, so very cute. So the very first product that I used, this is from South Main, and these are 3 eye gel packs. So I actually really love these like little eye gel things, and what I love about this one is that they gave you 3 sets of gel patches, so it's not just like one time use and you're done. You can actually use these 3 times and like see if you like them or not. Just so I use these today. I'll show you the clip of me wearing these. So these say that they are $10, and it says that they're supposed to soften and moisturize your under eyes to look rested and refreshed. So these are actually like a rose scented eye gel patch. These are actually a little bit thicker than some that I'm used to, but I really like these. They're very cooling on the skin, and it says to leave them on for about 30 minutes, so that's what I did. But these are what they look like. I really like these. They're like super like jelly and stuff. So I'm glad that they actually like gave you like a 3 set of that. The only other ones I've ever tried, these are a Korean brand. These are the Co-Elf Jelly Gold Royal Jelly ones. I do think I like these a little bit more just because these are, you get 60 of them, so 30 sets, and I think I paid like $5 or $6 for this. So, but I definitely like these as well, but I don't know if I would, you know, purchase those, especially since I have these and I like these so much, but you know, just tit for tat. So the next thing I got, I was so like super excited about. This is a blush from Pretty Vulgar. I think there were 2 different blush colors that you could have gotten. I think one was called Hush, and then this one is called Prim Vixen. So this one's kind of like that hot pink bright color. I'm wearing it today. I kind of wore it like super sheared out, so I didn't like look completely crazy. But this blush is originally $26 a piece. So like that's like amazing that you get this in this box, because like the entire box was less than the price of this blush. I already have one of these blushes. I'm so glad I didn't get like a repeat color. The other one I have is Sweet Revenge, and I do really like these blushes. My only problem with them was that I just didn't feel like they were $26 worth, so I was never really gonna buy me another one myself, but I am like absolutely thrilled to have this in my box, and I like the color. I love the packaging of it. It's beautiful, and I was just so like super excited. I'm gonna apply it to my cheeks, and I'm starting out very, very light because like I said, this color seems like it could really go there. So so that is the blush color. I applied it super lightly, so it is extremely pigmented, but I'm so thrilled to have this. This one was the Boxycharm and Pure kind of like collaboration palette. So it's just like a really simple white package, and then this is what the colors look like. Now I'm gonna be like super honest. When I first saw this online, I was like, it's a pretty palette, but it doesn't look like anything like super unique or out of the ordinary, which I still think, you know, it's pretty, you know, standard kind of colors, but they're very pretty. And whenever I actually like put this on, I was so like, I just love my look today. I think that the eyeshadow turned out so pretty, and I kind of thought at first like it wasn't anything that special, but I think these are really pretty. Again, if you already have colors like this, I don't think you need this at all, but the value of this one was $36, so I'm just like super, super impressed, especially since, like I said, I only paid like about 19 bucks and I get like all this stuff. I'm thoroughly impressed. So this is what the palette looks like. I think it's really pretty. It definitely leans a little bit more of like peachy warm tones, but then it does have that pop of like the blue. It's got a nice dark color here. It's got this like burgundy kind of cranberry color. So I definitely think that this is gonna be a really fun one to try. I feel like I'm kind of cheating again on my one palette thing, but I do want to try this out and see if I like it, and then I will put it away for another time. So I'm gonna go with the color Nakey first. I like the color name, and see, wow, okay, there is some color there. So I'm just gonna blend that in the crease. I don't really know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm kind of on a bit of a time crunch, but do something really pretty. So that is the color Nakey kind of blended out in the crease. I really like that. It's very soft, very easy to blend. It does kick up just a tiny bit of powder, so you gotta be careful when dipping your brush in. I've also never tried anything from Pure Cosmetics before, so this is a good introduction to their eyeshadows. Next I'm gonna take BFF. That is the kind of purpley color. I'm gonna take just a little bit of that on my brush. And I'm gonna apply that to the outer half of my lid. That one's definitely not as fallouty as the color Nakey, so that's good. That one seems, the BFF color seems to be like a little more like a harder pressed shadow, so that one doesn't kick up very much at all. And also the BFF color, it comes off a little bit lighter than it does in the pan, which I'm actually like kind of happy about because it can be a little bit of an intimidating color to work with, but I really actually like this kind of like hot pinky fuchsia color that it kind of turns into, so I like that a lot. Then I'm going to take the BFF color again, and I'm going to take that under the lower lash line. Next I'm going to take this dark brown here. This one is called Duet, and I'm going to take that on my pencil brush and apply just a little bit of that on the outer lower lash line. This one's also a softer shadow, so that one you want to be careful when dipping into, because I kind of got used to the purple color because that one's a little bit harder. You kind of have to like kind of scrub just a tiny bit into that one to get the color up, but with this color, this one's like, you know, butter, so be careful. So now I'm gonna use this shimmery kind of like champagne color. This one's called Charmer. I'm gonna take that on like a flat shadow brush, and I'm gonna put that all over my lid. I don't like how that one's applying with a brush, so I'm gonna just take my finger and apply it. Much better. Yeah, so this one I just feel like shimmers just apply so much better with like my fingers. So yeah, that looks so pretty. And then finally, just taking a little bit of that kind of brow bone color, I'm gonna take that on a fluffy brush just to kind of go over the brow bone and blend that a little bit more. Okay, so that is it for the eyeshadow. I'm actually super impressed. So the next thing you get is a brush trio from the Vintage Cosmetic Company. This is what the box looks like, and then these are the 3 brushes that you get. I was a complete flop, and I completely forgot that there were brushes in this box, and I didn't use them today. So I'm gonna have to give these a try soon to see how they work. Makeup brushes are another thing that I don't typically buy for myself a whole lot, just because I have one brush set that I got literally in 2010 from Sigma, and I still use those brushes like every day. Like I might buy like 1 or 2 brushes here and there every couple months, but I never like just buy a whole bunch of brushes or anything. So I can't wait to try these out. I wish I would have remembered to use these today, but I didn't. These are what the brushes look like. They actually look really nice, and they feel super soft. This first one is step 1 for the money. This one is like a kind of like a flat shader brush. The next one is step 2 for the shadow. This one's kind of like a slightly angled, fluffier kind of brush. I feel like that would be good for like the crease. And then the last one's kind of like what I would say maybe like a smudger type of brush, and that one is step 3, Go Girl Go. So I meant to use these and I completely forgot. And then the last product I got was a mascara. I think there were 2 options for mascaras that you could have gotten in your box. I think one was the Butter London Double Decker mascara. Double Decker, is that what it is? I think. And then the one I got is the Bellapierre Volumizing Mascara. So I think both of these mascaras are valued at like $20. To be honest, I think I'd kind of rather have had the Butter London one, but I'll give this one a try. The packaging looks a little, I don't know, a little cheapy, and they said that this mascara is $20 value, so we'll see about that. And I don't know why, but for some reason I thought that Bellapierre was like one of those kind of like cheaper brands that you'd find at like TJ Maxx or something. But I looked on their website and it seems like a lot of their stuff's in like about the $15 to $20 range. So to give it its best chance, I'm going to curl my lashes first. So this is what the brush looks like. I'm not really a huge fan of these types of brushes. It just kind of reminds me of like old school, like, I don't know, like CoverGirl mascara from like the 90s. So I don't really like that brush. And the other thing I hate is that I feel like there's just never a lot of product on this type of brush, but let's give it a go. Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of this mascara. Just from like my first use of it, I feel like it keeps the lashes looking like nice and like wispy looking. Meaning like it's not clumping the lashes at all, but it's really just, I feel like it's not doing a whole lot for me. To be honest, I don't really like this mascara at all. I tried it today. I just found that it didn't really do much for my lashes, especially for it being like a $20 mascara. I thought it would kind of, I don't know, do something a little bit more, but it just overall feels very kind of cheapy to me. Like the packaging looks a little cheapy, a little dated. The brush reminded me of like an old school like mascara brush that has like no product on it. And then I found that it just didn't really do anything for my lashes. I kind of just like gave them, you know, like a nice black color, but it didn't volumize them at all, especially since this is called the Volumizing mascara. I was a little let down on that one, but I'm just gonna pass this one probably on to my mom. But yeah, that was the only kind of like dud product that I felt I didn't really love from this box, but I was super impressed with everything else. So for my first month of Boxycharm, I'm actually like really impressed. I love that these are all full-size products and things that you can get, and I also love that they're not just like some random kind of brand I've never heard of before. So I'm definitely super impressed with my first box. I can't wait to see what April and May is gonna have and then decide if I'm going to keep my subscription or not. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. 사랑을 했다 우리가 만나 지우지 못해 추억이 됐다 봄만은 멜로지마 괜찮은 걸마 사랑했다